My name is Sheri Tuffield. I live in Aurora, Colorado, and I've lived in Colorado since the mid-1970s. I have a very curious mind, and so I've always really wanted to know a lot about the world around me and how things work and, just information. Knowledge is power, so the more you know, the more effective you can be and the more you can do with it. And I realized that I could combine things that I loved. One of them was writing. Journalism seemed like a way to get to the bottom of what's true and what isn't true. And I was newly retired, and at the time I was looking for organizations that I felt shared my values, and one of the organizations that I ran across was Americans for Prosperity. Lisa got in touch with me and said, let's have coffee. And she probably thought, I'll talk to this woman for, 15 minutes. And we probably sat in the coffee shop for 3 hours because we had so much to talk about, not just about Americans for Prosperity, but things that we were worried about and our families and all the things that were going on and our concerns for Colorado and for the country. And then after that, I started making phone calls and knocking on doors with Lisa for the various things that AFP was working on. Colorado enacted the Taxpayer Bill of Rights, also known as TABOR, in 1992, so it's been enshrined in our Constitution for a really long time. It's helped us keep taxes down. Whenever there's a surplus in the state budget, that money has to get refunded to the taxpayers, and it's been a great thing for taxpayers in Colorado. And then Proposition HH was put on the ballot in the fall of 2023 by the state legislature. Prop HH was a one-year promise to lower your property taxes for taxpayers by less than 1% in exchange for a decrease in your TABOR refund that would have been even more of a decrease in your TABOR refund than you would have saved on your property tax decrease. But they weren't telling anybody that. The government was promising a decrease in your property taxes in exchange for taking money out of your TABOR refund. And eventually, because of the new formula, your TABOR refund might have gone away altogether, and they weren't saying that at all. So basically, Prop HH was a really bad deal for taxpayers, but it was a really good deal for the government because they would have more tax money to spend. When I realized what the government was trying to do to people, that they were being deceptive about it, it really incensed me because I don't think that that's a really good way to govern people. Dishonesty in any form, I think, is just really wrong. So what I decided to do was, along with Lisa and other AFP, Americans for Prosperity volunteers, we went and knocked on doors and we went and talked to people about it and we educated people about it. And we also made phone calls. And we made sure that we could get in touch with as many people in Colorado as we had time to do. So we let them know exactly what was happening with Prop HH. So they had the information they needed so they could vote on it. So we were pretty confident that it was going to get defeated just by the response we were getting from people. They were glad that we told them, that they would tell everyone they knew, that they didn't think it was a good deal. On election night, we did not have to wait long because HH was defeated by 19 or 20 points. That's a pretty big swing. A bunch of us were in a room together and we jumped up and we high-fived and drank a little champagne. We were very happy. I am really proud that I was a part of the effort to save over $3 billion for Colorado taxpayers. I will continue to advocate for the people of Colorado and the people of this country because I love this country. If concerned citizens can't get off the couch and fight for what's important, I'm not really sure how we can win these battles. You have to put people in office for transparency, for good financial stewardship, for accountability. These things are key to the bedrock principles that this country was built on. You do it because you have children and you have grandchildren and you love this country. You have to take action. Organizations like Americans for Prosperity, that's what they fight for, that's what I fight for. Get involved. Everybody should find at least something that they feel like they can do to make a difference. You have to find something if you think this country is worth saving, if you think your state is worth saving.